Hello and welcome to a new Scale 500 news video here on the channel. Over the last few weeks I have gathered a bit of information from the world of scale modeling, which I would like to tell you here in this video, as A4Airport recently has announced their next GSE set, and we also have a bit of information coming from Herpa wings. Now, recently I could of course report on the very first self-assembly set of GSE equipment from A4Airport. The very first set I have actually ordered myself. I'm still waiting for the delivery, taking quite a bit of time, but I look forward to getting it, and once I have it I will of course also review it. But by now they have released, or at least announced, the next GSE set, and that will be containing a fire truck, a fuel truck, and a GPU, so a ground power unit, which is very exciting. Because let's be honest, this is probably the one thing that most of us are missing in our setups. I know there are some out there that have been very dedicated and got some 3D printed. Herpa also made some years ago, but never in the quantities that would be needed for an airport setup. Now we have the opportunity thanks to A4Airport. Now we of course also have the fuel truck, but something I'm potentially a little bit more excited about are actually the fire trucks, because what I noticed is on the product image we have a number on the fire truck 4, but in the other product image where it shows how many quantities of each of these things are included in the set, it says 01, which could indicate that these fire trucks have individual numbers, and if that is the case, that would be very cool. And since we are talking quantities, we can see here with the Scale 500 version of the set you get 8 fire trucks, 20 ground power units and 10 fuel trucks. Again, I would probably have added maybe 10 more to the ground power units and then taken 5 of each fuel truck and airport fire truck, but it's still very nice. And then the final good news here is of course that A4Airport does also release the sets in scales 400 and 200 as well. So not so long ago Herpa had their open day event, and normally this is a time and place where you can get a lot of exciting information about future things coming from Herpa wings. This year it was everything but. They had barely anything to say or show, but the very few things that were of interest, well, I managed to collect together thanks to a good friend of the channel, Newer Plane Spotter, who was there at the open day event and has told me everything that is of importance. Herpa did of course take the opportunity to show off some of their sample models, however this year mainly of already released aircraft models. So there were a bunch of Antonovs, or for example the absolutely useless Braniff models that nobody wants. Or just like this model that they have made specifically for the Open Days event, and I can't even be bothered to figure out what it's actually called. It's some Boeing aircraft, BOAC or whatever. And if you don't believe me, well, take a look at this desk here with all these models not being sold. So for sure, much more interesting were the sample models of the Starlux A350, the Emirates 777-300ER and the new standard livery, and the Miat Mongolian Airlines Dreamliner. Both the Mongolian and Emirates are of course delayed, and I guess not even Herpa knows when they will actually hit the shelves. But they did have a model on the shelves, which was this Snapfit model, a cheap plastic model of a Scoot, however in a very nice livery to be honest. But of course there are no details on these models whatsoever other than the livery. So what do you think such a plastic model should cost you? Exactly, 60 euros. Herpa's greed truly knows no boundaries. Now that Herpa at some point will be releasing new models with the new corporate identity of Discover Airlines is no secret. At the Open Doors event they did show this Snapfit model, but much more exciting, they did show the sample model of an A320 in scale 500. Actually looking quite nice. I wonder what it will cost when it hits the shelves, probably something around 50 euros, who knows. And then the last bit of information I have here is about some upcoming models. The KLM Orange Pride, the 777-300ER in the revised Orange Pride livery is being delayed, as well as the A320 of Air Canada Jets, both of them till at least September. And for all of those waiting for the A220 of ITA Airways, that model has been delayed by request of the airline, so when this model or if it will be released is completely unknown at the moment. And once again, Herpa has of course in all of these cases failed to communicate this properly to their community. So what do you think about the next set of GSE from A4Airport, and what do you think about the latest Herpa news? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget, if you like this type of content, to leave a like, and if you are new around here, you're always welcome to hit subscribe. With that, thanks so much for watching today's video. I'm checking out, and bye.